Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your favorite podcast, Stop the Internet Podcast. My name is Kelee.
And I'm Tricia.
It's Christmas holiday season. Happy holidays, everyone. We celebrate Christmas, so I'm more Christmas focused, but I think there's a bunch of holidays that people celebrate this time of year, so I just hope everyone's having fun.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you're doing. Or celebrating.
Right.
These were the only holiday decorations I have. This is a wreath. I felt like that was Christmassy. And this is a menorah. Wait, did I say? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I always think about that video of the girl at the Lincoln Memorial and she slides down the stone next to the stairs.
Yeah.
And she goes, "We're at the Lincoln menorah."
I've never seen that.
It's so good. So whenever I think of a menorah, I think of Lincoln menorah.
Love it.
And I don't know. This is just wintry. So we're in the zone. We're in the vibes. Oh, I brought Santa hats. They're over there. Should we put them on?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one do you want?
Ooh.
Full beard?
I know. I don't know. I'll go regular because I feel like I've got the vest and it's already,
yes.
a
Tricia's
lot.
looking very cute already.
Thanks so much, Kel.
I don't have any Christmas stuff, so I just went green shirt, white cozy pants.
Perfect. I feel like I wore this one last year.
You probably
too.
did. I wore this one for a little bit last year, but then it got really hot.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try to make it through one story wearing this hat. Well, speaking of tradition, we are doing a part 2, or this year's edition of our Am I the Asshole holiday edition. It was a hit last year. This smells so weird. It's been in a box since last year.
Oh, love it.
I love it though. I mean, it looks really good, I think.
It looks real.
Really?
Yeah. Like I would think you're Santa.
Wow.
If I didn't just see you put it on your face.
My God, that's such a nice compliment. Wow. Wait, so Tricia has a brother who has 2 kids. Didn't they see Santa and one of them said I saw his real black beard under his Santa beard. Did you hear this?
No.
Oh, I'm not going to say their name, but your brother told me that one of the kids, they saw Santa at the mall or something.
Oh my God, I'm dead.
And they said something like, he wasn't real because I saw his black beard underneath the white Santa beard. And his parents were like, oh, haha.
I think I heard the Spark Notes version of that.
Okay.
And not straight from the source. I think my dad told me or something that they were talking about Santa. And then my niece said, I think he's not real or something like that.
Wait, at all? Or just the one in the store?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I got a really condensed version, probably from that story.
Yes.
But I was just told in general, she said that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't
that's
know.
So cute.
I know.
I read this I don't even know why. I think I was scrolling on Facebook and someone I know posted this, you know how there's those sentimental posts on Facebook that are a little bit corny, but old people repost them.
Yeah.
I saw one that it was this precious story about a little kid asking his dad if Santa was real. It was a script between a dad and a son, but it was so detailed. Too detailed. Are you sure you're ready to handle? It's never going to be the same once I tell you the truth about Santa. And he's like, I'm ready, Dad. The dad says, there is a Santa. And the son says, really? And then he goes into this whole spiel. So it was actually cute. I'm saying it I think it's dumb, but I think it's sweet. It was about how Santa isn't a lie, but he's not, and it's not fake, but it's not a physical person that enters your home. It's the idea of giving gifts without asking for a thank you or expecting anything in return. It's just the idea of magic and giving and generosity. And I don't know I forget how it ended, something along the lines of now you're Santa and you have to go out and give without asking for anything in return. It was written so corny, but low-key very cute.
Yeah.
And I feel that's cute because I don't know how I don't hear this often, but I feel I'm starting to see more and more about parents that have young kids that don't want to do Santa because they're I don't want to lie to my kids. And same thing with Easter Bunny. I've seen so many posts about that. I think I actually have one in the stories today.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so maybe we can start with that one. But that is a weird line. And I don't know how I like the idea of Santa just because I grew up with it. But it is interesting to think about it like that. But then I thought that story was cute because it's oh, you're not lying to them. It's just the idea of this thing.
No, I've heard that too.
Wait, there's something in my mouth. Sorry. Sorry. There was like, I think there's beard hairs in my mouth from my Santa beard. Sorry. Okay, go on.
No, but I've heard that too, where it's like, oh, Santa, when you're little, is a person, but then when you're older, like Santa is still real because it's like the magic of Christmas and the idea of giving. And I was like, I really like that, because I also think that Santa's like a nice sentiment and like tradition to have. I don't think necessarily it's a lie that's like harmful for your kids or anything.
Yeah, it's weird to say it's a lie, because in like by that standard, like, well, I just think that a lot of these like characters you think of for holidays, at the same time of being like a fun little character, they also teach a lesson. So like Santa is like, oh, someone's always watching you, so you have to be good all year. Good things will happen to you if you're good to other people. Like, I love that. And like same thing with like Easter Bunny. Like, I guess
like
don't they say
fairy?
Yeah, Tooth Fairy. It's like, I don't know, but I feel like that's not a lie, because what would be the difference between that and like a story, like a storybook that's made up, a fiction book?
Yeah, like a fairy tale.
Yeah, that's made to teach kids a lesson. Is that a lie just because this character didn't actually walk the earth? Like, no, it's just a fictional story that teaches kids a lesson. Like, I don't think it's a lie. I don't know. That's how I see it currently.
I don't feel like I was lied to as a child, and
Neither do I.
Like am now having like negative effects from it as an adult.
Neither do I.
But maybe some other people do feel that way. I don't know.
I would love to talk to someone that feels that way.
Yeah.
And like have a conversation about it, because sometimes I feel like if you read it in a post, you don't really understand where they're coming from. But it really does intrigue me to hear like what they actually think and why they think that about the lie. I don't know. I like it though.
Same. I just feel like it helps, like with the tooth fairy and stuff. Like it's like a fun little celebration for losing a tooth. Otherwise, like you lose a tooth and I don't know, you get rid of it, I guess, and you just move on with life. But like as a kid, it's fun to have these little like moments that will probably stick out in your memories as you grow up, and like it's something different from the everyday. And I don't know. I just think that stuff is fun and important to have.
I agree. And I think it's cute too, because the tooth fairy, it makes you like excited to lose something. Like I feel like if a kid lost a tooth, that would be so like traumatic and sad. You're like, my teeth are falling out. This is sad. Like that's what the number one nightmare of humans is, like teeth falling out.
Wait, really?
No, not the number one. But I think that's a very, very common dream, and it means something. I love decoding dreams, but I think if you have a dream, oh my God, I had a traumatic dream about you last night.
No.
It was, you were telling me like all these sad things, and
I mean, that's normal.
I just
that's all of our conversations.
Yeah. We're like, so how's your trauma been going?
I'm like, well, let me dump it all on you.
No, it was so weird, and I woke up and I was like, I really hope none of that is true. And then I like kept like gaining consciousness, and I was like, okay, no, all of that was a dream.
Oh my gosh,
it's fine. I'm not even gonna go into what it was because it's irrelevant. But wait, what were we just talking about? We were talking about
people losing teeth.
Apparently a lot of people dream that, and it means that you're like worried about something. I forget, but it's a common dream.
Like losing stuff maybe, or like your health or
I should just look it up before we move past it.
We should do an episode on dreams. Like
I would love to.
Yeah. Find like some crazy Reddit posts about weird dreams.
Yes. I would love to decode dreams. I love talking about that stuff, but also I'm like, I think you can be like an expert in it and study it. And me, I'm just an irrelevant person that is just guessing.
And we're like, here's our opinion.
Yeah, that means nothing.
Based on no prior like education or anything.
If you dream your teeth falling out, you may be feeling unbalanced or self-sabotaging. Someone, I don't know who it was, but someone says that your subconscious is most likely trying to help you improve your communication skills. See, those don't seem the same.
No.
Can represent everything from a major life change to lack of self-esteem, from the fear of getting older to money issues. Okay, I guess it could mean a lot of things.
Everything.
Anxiety is probably the root of all of it, though. But yeah, anyway, back to the tooth fairy. It's like, that could be sad to lose a tooth, but now it's happy because you get $1 or a quarter that the tooth fairy is going to leave you. I'm into it. I don't think it's a lie. I feel like it's a cutesy little story that brings people joy.
I think it's cool because, like, for little kids, like, magic is real.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
It's like fun to play into that for them. Yeah. And I don't think anyone's ever going to grow up. I mean, maybe. I don't know. But I just feel like, how could you resent someone for, like, putting magic in your life and like making it feel real to you.
That's so true.
You know?
That's like actually like going to a magic show, like a magician, and then being like, well, he lied to you because the bunny was in his hat all along. Like, that's not a lie. It's just a fun little thing.
Yeah.
It's not that deep.
It's just fun, and like kids have such great imaginations.
Yes.
And, like, why not like play into that like while they still have that?
Yeah.
You know?
I agree.
I remember when I was in second grade, we went to Disney World, like my family and I, and we all met Cinderella because we were at that age, and she took our signature books. Remember those?
Yes. Oh my god.
And she signed like Tricia, like I love you, love Cinderella, something like that. And we all opened and we were like, oh my God, she knew our names? Like, how did she know our names? And we were freaking out. And it was like, really, because she's a princess and she's magic.
Oh my God.
And like, it was so real.
That's
and
so pure.
I remember we were like, because we were looking, we were like, it doesn't say our names anywhere else in the books. Like, how did she know? And I'm sure that there was somehow, my parents maybe said something. I don't know. But to
no,
this
actually,
day, I
how?
don't really know.
Wait, yeah. If it, my first thought is this: is there like the first page says this book belongs to?
I don't think we had filled that in at that point. I don't know, but it was like, so I still don't know, which is a little, I'm like,
magic is real.
But yeah, as a kid, it was like so amazing and exciting.
Oh, that's
and
so cute.
I still remember it.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I'm on the Santa train.
Same.
Should we start with that story?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into our Am I the Asshole Christmas / holiday. It's supposed to be holiday themed because I want to be inclusionary. Inclusive, yes. Did I just make up a word?
Maybe.
I don't know. Okay, I wanted to include everyone, but it just seems like so many people that celebrate Christmas have drama.
Right.
So I'm like, we kind of have to go with this. Maybe people that celebrate other things don't have as much drama. I don't know. I just happened to stumble upon a lot of drama involving Christmas. But I guess in theory, these could be like any holiday.
Right.
But a lot of them seem to be Christmas. I don't know. Okay, so here we go. Okay, we took off the Santa hats because it's really hot in here. Am I the asshole for uninviting my oldest daughter to Christmas over Santa? I, 43 female, have children with very large age gaps. My oldest is 25 that I had with a high school ex. Then we separated and I married my husband much later. My younger two are 9 and 7. My younger children believe in Santa while my daughter's son doesn't. She raised him not with the Santa magic, which is perfectly okay. I just rather not have it ruined for my children who do believe in Santa. I was having Christmas at my house and I asked my daughter if she'd please talk to her son because I wouldn't like the magic ruined for them. I still put packages under the tree with "From Santa" on them and leave out cookies and reindeer treats, which are birdseed. Cute. My daughter told us she wouldn't make her son lie, and my children are old enough to understand if her son decides to say something. I told her if she wouldn't talk to her son, they could spend Christmas at their apartment. My daughter didn't like that and said I was choosing my younger children's happiness over hers and that I was being completely unreasonable. My husband supports me but thinks I might be a little high-strung as our children are getting older. I just want to keep the Christmas magic alive. Am I the asshole?
Wait, who is the original poster?
So it's a mom with 2 kids, 9 and 7. Her daughter is 25 and has a son who does not believe in Santa.
Okay.
And so she's like, if your son is going to come over here and say to my kids, Santa isn't real, I don't want him to come and I'm going to uninvite you. Oh, that's tough. That is tough.
Oh, man. I don't know. A full uninvite? That's like, for Christmas? I don't know.
This is so hard because, so we went to Catholic school growing up. Everyone in our class was Catholic. So the whole school was like Catholic, religion, Santa. Like everyone believed in the same thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
But so many people that I know went to public school where half them were maybe Christian and celebrated Christmas and then half of them probably didn't. And I don't know how it worked.
To like keep Santa real for certain kids.
Yeah, like did kids that didn't believe in Santa or like didn't celebrate Christian religions or Christmas, like did they just go into school and like tell everyone that it's not real? Because what would be the difference? Like, do these kids go to school at a Christian school?
Right. I know. I feel like, I don't know where I'm pulling this from, but I feel like a lot of kids who don't have Santa as part of like their holiday, they know not to say anything, or like their parents tell them not to say anything. But that's tough, because then there's always those kids that like to go against, you know, like what adults tell them to do. So I'm sure there'd be kids like whispering to other kids like Santa's not real or something.
Yeah. That is so hard. Wait, I want to text someone that went to public school and ask them how it happened or how it worked there. So many of my friends I've known since grade school, though, and they all went to Catholic school. Let me see. Who didn't? Okay, that whole entire group chat did. Okay, I'll text in this random group chat.
But then it's also tough, because it's like, how do you explain that Santa doesn't come to my house, but he goes to your house?
Exactly.
Because then it just sounds like you're on the naughty list.
Yeah, if you don't celebrate Christmas, you're just not.
You're naughty.
Yeah, that's bad. Wait, I'm so intrigued by this. I've never really like deeply thought about it before. Yeah. That's the hard thing with like the lying side of it, because if, I don't know, this might be like too deep, like am I thinking too far into it? I just feel like that's almost like anything that you believe in, but not everyone believes the same thing. So like, is it always a lie to like go along with something that you don't believe? Like, not even go along with, but like, I'm sure there's like a religious story that certain people believe that I don't believe is true. But if they're telling me about this story, am I going to sit there and be like, that's not true?
Right.
I don't have to like agree with them, but I also don't have to believe it. Right. Neither of those would be a lie. I just texted in this group. I said, people that went to public school, how did it work with Santa? Someone said, what does that mean? At Catholic school, everyone believed in Santa, so the secret was never ruined. At public school, where not everyone believes in Santa, but some kids do other kids that don't believe in Santa or know the truth tell them the truth and ruin it for them?
I guess I could have just texted Matt.
Did he go to
public school?
Wait, ask him too. You know what I feel like right now? I feel like we are, we're like a group of people that has never had experience outside of like what we know. And now
like
we're like
living in a bubble.
Yeah. And now we're learning about these extremely simple things that we just didn't experience growing
up. Like, you know, Plato's cave. Yeah. We're like, emerging from the cave. Yeah. And seeing like grass for the first time. And we're like, wow.
I'm asking multiple people.
You know what's weird? I only text with my right thumb.
I don't use
both. Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yes.
I'm trying to use both. Like, I've recently been trying to use both. It just doesn't feel natural to me.
That's crazy. She said everything is just holiday, not Christmas, holiday party, holiday break, etc. But did people talk about Santa?
Right. Come on. We're asking the hard-hitting questions here.
Rebecca went to public school. She said, I honestly don't even remember.
Matt said, I don't remember ever really talking about it, but I bet kids wouldn't be aware enough to say that he didn't come to their house, just that they don't think he's real. How does no one remember?
I guess this doesn't affect kids.
What's going on?
Like, maybe we think it does. I said, but did they tell the secret? My sister goes, what's the secret? Santa. What do you mean?
Yeah, maybe we're thinking way deeper than kids actually do. Considering,
I guess we are.
Our friends don't even know what to say.
Yeah. Rebecca goes, I'm confused at what the secret is.
Santa.
What do you mean? It's the only secret.
It's like the biggest secret in the world.
Yeah, it's literally the biggest secret in the world. Well, hopefully.
Kept by like half the population against, or, you know, away from the other half of the population.
What is happening?
Come on.
I said, Santa, he's not real. Rebecca said, thanks. Did children tell the secret, or did non-Christians play along with Santa? And she said, I'm sure it happened. Okay.
So Matt said probably happened a lot.
Okay. I guess it depends on the age. And like,
I just am like so shocked that like people can keep this up. Like the whole world can keep this up so much.
I know.
When there's like kids who have conversations without adults there saying like, oh, stop, don't say that and stuff.
I would think that a lot of people, maybe this is just me like assuming. I mean, it is just me assuming, but I would think that a lot of parents would be like, if they believe in Santa, let them believe in Santa. We don't have to talk about it. Like, it's so simple to be like, let them believe in Santa, that's their thing, and we do this is our thing.
Yeah.
Even if it's not like holiday related, like, I don't know. So, okay, wow.
It's just such a, like, if we were to ever say right now, this day, let's start up a new lie to tell all children and get everyone on board with it, like shopping malls, TV commercials, huge businesses, like, and everyone keeps up with this farce for kids, I just feel like it would be impossible.
No, yeah. It's like, I almost feel like there will never be another tradition, or it will take, well, you know, that's really weird too to think about. Like Santa, probably like the idea started with Saint Nick or like whatever, leaving whatever in kids' shoes, or I don't even know if that's a real thing. That's what I learned in kindergarten.
I think it is a thing, and like different countries have different, versions, traditions too. Yes. But he's still a figure of some sort.
Right.
In a lot of places in the world.
I guess like it's interesting because then like over years and years and like centuries, or maybe not centuries, decades, it changed into what it is now. And I was just about to be like, I don't think there's anything else that like we could say like collectively we could be like, let's just do this, and it would be like a lie like that. But it's possible they're like in the works now and we just don't even know it.
Yeah.
Like a trend in like our society or culture right now could be something in the future.
Elf on the Shelf.
Yes.
That's new.
That is like, I did not have that growing
up. And like
up.
everyone is on board with it now.
Yes. And now Elf on the Shelf is like almost as big as Santa.
Yeah. Like all little kids, for the most part, believe in like this magical elf.
Yeah, like Christmas celebrating kids. Yes. Wait, that's such a good point.
It just seems like such a difficult thing to start up a new lie. Yeah. Lie. And get like everyone on board with it and have it work and have like no one slip up.
Yes. I guess though, like maybe we are not thinking as like maybe kids just learn at a younger age than like I'm thinking. Cause like I don't remember like when I remember we had like conversations about like, oh guys, do we still believe? But I don't remember how old we were when we were growing up thinking that.
I was in grade school, I think.
Yeah, maybe like 4th grade.
Yeah.
How old are you in 4th grade? I don't even know. 13 in 8th grade minus 4. You're like 9, 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, so honestly, this OP's kids are like probably about the age that kids start like questioning anyway.
Yeah.
I guess like that kind of does make sense about how it can be like kept up like this, because from like 0 to 3, kids aren't really like
questioning.
Yeah. And then from
aware.
3 to and then from like 3 to 8, that's only like 5 years that you have to like keep it up.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just like guessing now. I have no clue about when kids like actually start. It's so funny that nobody remembers.
Right.
Wait, I just asked someone else. Hold on, wait, let me see.
Also, we're not parents, so I feel like we'd have like a way better understanding if we had our own children and we did this for them.
That's very true. None of them are giving me like the answers I need. Someone else said, I was a believer, and then there was kids that didn't, and that's how I learned. I wasn't immediately like, oh shiz, that's 100%. I just figured since there was disagreement, something had to be up, and eventually I switched sides. Okay, that's interesting. So it's not that like one kid says it and you're like, oh, now I know. It's like years and years of like disagreement.
Yeah.
I think well beyond believing, we would still make our parents wait to put gifts out, and then they'd all be there in the morning. What? I think
like even after they stopped believing, they would still like make their parents keep it up.
No, me too. Yeah. I feel like that's how it is for most people. Yeah. Okay, why did I not understand that? Okay. One person said, I do remember confronting my mom in her bathroom that Santa wasn't real though.
Wait, do you want to hear something so embarrassing?
Yes.
I confronted my mom in her bathroom, not about Santa, but about leprechauns.
Oh my God.
Because I was really nervous that leprechauns were real and that they were like troublemakers, and I just did not want to be involved with them.
That is so cute. That's so pure.
Yeah. So she told me, she broke the news.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But honestly though, like in my household on St. Patrick's Day, my parents would like take us out to get, McDonald's Shamrock Shakes, and then they would like, run back in the house for 5 minutes to go grab something that they forgot before we left, and they'd like kind of mess stuff up a little bit. Then we'd come home
cute.
And they'd be like, oh my God, the leprechauns were here. And
that's so cute.
Any other kid would love that, but it made me nervous. I'm like, there is a mess. I have to clean it up now.
Wait, that's so true. Yeah. That happened in my first grade classroom one day.
Yeah, like they do that. Like adults do that. But
oh my God, that's so cute.
Yes, I confronted my mom about leprechauns.
Wow. Wow, this whole thing is so deep.
I know, we just did a deep dive on
So is the OP an asshole?
For uninviting her own daughter to Christmas, where she's having her other 2 kids present there, I would be extremely hurt by that if I were the daughter.
I think they could find a compromise.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Like, there's a clear issue here, and it's not just like uninvite her. Like, I think they need to work towards something that could work for both parties. So.
Yeah, I agree. I think they could just talk to the kid and be like the mom could talk to her kid and be like, look, you know what's up. They're little kids. They believe in this. If it comes up, just don't say anything. If they ask you if you believe, just, you can say, I don't know, or just tell them the truth. No, I don't believe in Santa.
Right.
Like, you don't have to tell them why.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, just tell the kid to be like elusive. Like, he doesn't have to lie.
Yeah.
He can just say, I don't believe in him. And it's as simple as that.
Yeah. I remember growing up, I had kids tell me that they don't believe, but they didn't necessarily say he's not real. They just said like, I don't believe. And that didn't really change things for me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, I do.
Yeah. I think that would be fair.
Yeah. And I remember when I did come to terms with the fact that Santa was not exactly who I thought he was, it did make me feel more mature because I have younger siblings. So then I felt like instead of being on like the kid end of Santa, I was now on the adult end where I get to help keep up the magic. As an adult, I was like, what, 10? So not an adult, but I felt very mature.
Yeah.
And it was fun because I was like, oh, now I'm like in with the adults and I get to like, you know, make up these little stories like, oh, like the reindeer must have like done this or whatever last night. And like, that's kind of fun too. And
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if you kind of frame it like that for kids, like, oh, like just keep it up for them because they're little kids, they don't know any better, but like you're smart and mature and like you do know whatever, but like you're an adult now, so like keep it up for the little kids. I feel like kids would then be more cooperative in that sense.
I agree.
Instead of like thinking, oh, it'd be fun to ruin it for them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You don't have to. I don't think it's a lie. I don't think she needs to ask her kid to lie.
Right.
But I agree. I would be hurt with
being uninvited.
Yeah. So I would say asshole.
Yeah. Sorry.
Also, we have our famous tally board here.
And the gavel.
One side says asshole and one side says nothing. So we haven't decided what to call the people. Like, we figure that some people were probably assholes, but some people were probably just nothing. I was like, do we write like angel? Like, that seems like Christmassy. But like, just because you're not an asshole doesn't mean you're an angel, you know? So we're leaving it blank until we can think of a word to describe these non-assholes. And it might just be non-asshole at the end.
True. All right. So asshole. Sorry.
Wow, we took so long on that one, but I loved it.
Just questioning everything that we've ever known.
Yeah. Okay, what should we do next? Oh, this is a fun one. Am I the asshole for not wanting coal for Christmas? This year I went to my fiance's house for Christmas. It was my first time going, as we would typically go to my family's house instead. I got a rather pricey gift for my fiance, Dan, related to his hobbies. I got nice gifts for Dan's parents based off of things I talked about with them before. And I got a small pack of chocolates for each of Dan's other relatives. I didn't know them that well. I wasn't expecting many gifts from Dan's relatives because I didn't know many of them that well, but I was certainly expecting more than I got. At first, I was excited when I saw that there was a big pile of gifts for me. However, once I opened the first one, it was just a piece of coal. Everyone laughed and I kind of laughed along, thinking it was a gag gift and that the other gifts would be different. But every single one turned out to be coal. All 18 of them. 18? Holy shit.
Oh my gosh.
I started to get upset, so I cried and lashed out at Dan. But he calmly explained apparently this is a long-standing tradition in his family where they gift coal to newcomers who are celebrating Christmas with them for the first time. Oh, okay. He explained that it's just easier that way since all the relatives who might not know the newcomer well don't have to stress over finding a gift, and it's a fun experience for the newcomer as well. They just decided that?
Yeah.
Okay. I told Dan I couldn't believe I skipped my own family celebration for this and I left. But now Dan and some of his family are blowing up my phone saying I embarrassed him in front of his relatives and that I made it awkward for everyone. So am I the asshole?
No.
I don't think so either. I think that tradition is actually really funny if you got like one or two, maybe even 3 pieces of coal. And then maybe like the last thing was something real, like a bag of chocolates,
right? Or
anything, something so simple, a candle. It could be that simple. But I think the coal thing is funny if it's like the first, like I feel like we do stuff like that with our like newcomers in our family. We like tell a joke or like, I guess that's the only thing we do and I can't give it away.
No.
But I could see them having like a tradition where they do like this goofy little thing that's not hurtful, and then they surprise the person with a nice thing after. But like
to open 18 gifts
18
in front
excessive.
of everyone, I would have stopped at like 5, because if they're all Cole up until number 5, I'd be like, okay, well then the rest are Cole, because what are the odds that the rest are gifts and I just happen to pick the first 5 that are all Cole?
But what if
the probability of that?
What if you were at your partner's house for the first time, meeting his family for the first time, and they're like, keep going, Trish, keep going. And it's like, this is your new partner. This is possibly your future family. Like, you want them to like you.
Right.
You want them to know you're a team player.
Well, I'd be like, okay, are they all Cole? Like, do I have to open all of them? Or can we just, okay, you gifted me 18 pieces of Cole. Like, that's the gift, or, you know, like the gag. Like, I don't.
Yeah, like, do I have to sit here and do all 18? But what if they're like, yeah, maybe the next one won't be. And you're like, okay. It feels like something from The Office.
Yeah. That just feels like so drawn out, though. Like, is everyone watching?
Probably.
Oh my
like, doesn't it get boring after a while?
18 gifts?
Like, it would be funny the first one, maybe even the second.
Yeah.
If you lack humor, it might even be funny up until the 5th one.
Yeah.
18? Come on. You don't have one other funny thing to do? One other entertaining little bit you can do in your life?
Right.
That's crazy.
And that's it, too. Like, the whole, like, oh, we don't want to have people to feel pressure to get you a good gift. Like, there are a lot of, like, nondescript, non-personal gifts that you can get someone that are nice for Christmas.
Just don't even get them a gift. If you don't know someone, you don't need to get them a gift.
Well, I'm saying, like, his whatever, like, great uncle whatever doesn't have to get her a gift.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But, like, if she got nice gifts for, like, him and his parents, and then they were like, oh, well, we don't know her that well, so we're just gonna give her 18 pieces of coal. I don't know, like, if you're
insane.
If you're dating someone, they know you, I would assume, pretty well. Enough that you're gonna celebrate Christmas together, or like a big family holiday. I just feel like the parents could then ask their son, what does she like? Do you have any suggestions that we could get?
Yeah.
And I don't think there's a ton of pressure to get a nice gift, but something other than coal, I don't know. Get like a nice scarf or something. Like, there's just like candles. Like, there's so many like easy things.
It can be so simple.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like a big thing. And also, I honestly feel like the joke, the coal thing, it would only be funny if you finished it with
a gift.
Something simple.
I think that's what I was trying to get at, is like, they only gave her coal.
Right.
And she gave them nice gifts.
Yeah.
And I understand you're not supposed to, like, it's not like a give and take. Like, you're supposed to just give without expecting anything in return. I get that. But I just feel like if she took the time and energy to, like, think of a nice gift, go get it, wrap it up, bring it, and, like, is happy with, you know, what she brought to these parents that are hosting her for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then they give her coal, like, I don't know about that.
It's also, like, not even about, like, expecting something or wanting something in return. Because if I went over, like, my partner's or any Christmas party at all, I never expect people to buy me gifts.
Right. Yes.
So I wouldn't be hurt or, like, sad if someone didn't buy me a gift. Especially because we have a big family. Like, I don't expect anything. Like, nobody should be getting each other gifts in an extended family that's that big. It's just too much pressure, and people don't have money to do that. So anyway, I never expect a gift. But if I got coal, if I got one piece of coal and it was a new relationship and they were like, oh, haha, like, it's your first Christmas, we don't really do gifts for extended family, like, so that sounds like rude though to say it like that. Like, I don't know how I'm trying to describe this. Like, I don't know, I'm trying to give them like some sort of like little benefit of the doubt, but I don't think I can find one actually. But like, I do think that, like, if they got her nothing, that would have been like better. Or if they wanted to do the coal joke, like, it's not even about her expecting something or her wanting something after coal. I think it's about their perspective. Like, the family member that did it, like, your perspective on the joke is, oh, this new girl that's coming into our family that may possibly be a formal family member of ours one day, and she might be in our lives for the rest of our lives. What should we do for her? Oh, let's give her 18 pieces of coal as a funny joke.
Yeah.
And then when the coal's done, like when she's done opening all 18, we'll laugh in her face, and then we'll move on and we'll accept any gifts that other people want to give. Like, something's missing there.
Yes.
If you want to do a joke, you have to follow it up with something sincere.
Yes.
You can't just do a joke all the time and then leave it open-ended and be like, well, haha, sucks for you because you're the new person. That's just rude. It's not about her wanting something. It's about, like, you doing that to her. That's so weird.
Yes.
It's so weird.
It's bold to do something that big not knowing like how she could react too. Like what if she's an introvert and doesn't like attention on her in general, and then you make her sit there for probably a long time to open 18 pieces of coal. And then she does get upset about it, which is like, I think that is valid that she would get upset. I mean, you did this joke and it could have gone one of two ways. She'd either laugh with you or probably get upset about it. She ended up getting upset about it. It's not unexpected. I think there was a 50% chance that could have happened. It had to have crossed people's minds. And then you get mad at her for getting upset.
Yes.
And text her about it. That, I feel like that's also weird. If you feel comfortable enough to text her that you're upset that she like ruined or, you know, embarrassed her boyfriend or whatever, then like you should know her well enough to be able to get her a gift or know how she'll react to this joke.
The thing about like maybe she's an introvert, like maybe she wouldn't like that is so true. Like I feel like sometimes people, especially in like group settings where everyone is very similar, they almost like forget that there are people that aren't like them, and people like forget that not everyone likes the things you like, and it's like not always out of malicious like intent or like trying to hurt them, but like even our family, everyone is so nice and so welcoming. And if there's a new person, it's like they're the center of attention because everyone wants them to like feel welcome, and everyone's so excited to like welcome a new person. But we also do like a gift exchange that is a lot, and you walk up in front of like 30 people and you pick a gift, and we don't care.
Loud.
Yeah, everyone's loud.
Very
everyone's
loud.
cracking a joke. Like everyone's yelling. Like that's fine for us because we know all these people. We've grown up with these people. We get it. It's like, okay, yeah, even if you don't like it, it's like, yeah, it takes 30 seconds to go into someone's family and this is your new partner. You love them. You adore them. You want to marry them. You want these people to like you. This is your family for the rest of your life. Like you want them to like you and accept you, but you're fucking terrified. You're an introvert. You hate attention. And then you don't want to do it. Or like maybe you get nervous and you're not as funny as everyone else is and whatever. I just feel like it's really easy for people in like a group mentality like that to be like, oh, they're boring. Or like, yeah, she wasn't into it. Like what was wrong with her? Or like he was so quiet, like when everyone was joking around, like he can't take a joke. Like just because this person that's met you one time doesn't get every single joke, doesn't understand the vibe, isn't completely comfortable being the center of attention with 35 people they've never met, like that doesn't make them boring. It doesn't make them bad. It doesn't make them like lame. They're just different from you. But I do think it's really easy to like forget that and be like, we'll just go along with it. Well, not everyone likes the things that you do.
Right.
So remember that when you're planning your next little joke. Yeah.
I wonder if her boyfriend thought she could handle it.
I guess.
Wouldn't you think he would have said something beforehand if he knew what was coming and she wouldn't have liked it?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I have a lot of questions about this, but I don't think she's the asshole at all.
No, I don't think she is either. I think the family lacks like humor and like comedy ability, and what they think is funny is just not funny. It's actually just incredibly stupid and comes off as like tasteless and like they can't read the room. I think that's how it comes off. Yeah,
a bit inconsiderate as well.
Yes,
just throw that in there as well.
Totally.
All right, not the asshole.
That was just insane. Coal. 18 pieces of coal. The holidays can be hard, but, you know, it doesn't have to be hard. If you're not good at gift giving, if you can't get yourself in the Christmas zone, life is distracting. We have something that will help you. It's Magic Mind.
Magic Mind.
I actually think that a lot of the people that are bad at gift giving, it's actually because they can't focus and like think about what would actually be a good gift for people. And I've been trying to be better about this actually. So if you also lack the ability to focus and you just need to be a little more productive in your day to have time at the end of the day to focus on the holidays and your loved ones, Magic Mind could help you. It's a productivity shot. You take it in the morning along with or instead of your caffeine. I actually have found that with Magic Mind, I don't need to drink as much coffee.
Really?
Yes. And today I took Magic Mind and then I took like 2 sips of coffee. And later in the day, I saw my coffee sitting there and I was like, wow, I completely forgot about that.
Huh.
Yeah.
So like how much coffee do you drink a day typically?
I normally drink like a cup, a small cup, maybe. I don't know. I feel like it varies, but today I didn't feel like I needed it after taking Magic Mind. It's all natural ingredients. If you've been listening to our episodes, you know that your girl's not a liar. I don't know how to say all the ingredients.
We're not frauds.
We're not frauds, but I can attest to how they work for me. It has natural ingredients like matcha, ashwagandha, cordyceps mushrooms, and more that all work together to help your brain just function a little bit better. It definitely works for me, so I'm excited to share about it on the pod with all of you. If you're interested in trying it, feel free to click the link in our bio or go to magicmind.com/stop and use our code STOP20. And even better, starting in January, you're actually going to be able to buy Magic Mind in stores.
Wow. Convenient.
I know. So it's launching in Sprouts Farmers Market in the beginning of January. So when you're getting ready to start your new year and all your New Year's resolutions, pop into your local Sprouts and pick up a little bottle or two. See how it works for you.
I love that.
Once again, if you want to try Magic Mind, try it out. Use our code STOP20 or in January, stop into a Sprouts and pick it up. And let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Thank you, Magic Mind.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
Ooh.
Am I the asshole for leaving my in-laws' Christmas dinner after I found out that they didn't make accommodations for me? I got invited to my fiance's family Christmas celebratory dinner. It's my first Christmas with them. I have always been picky about what I eat. I can't help it, and it has to do with psychological factors, childhood, and personal likes and dislikes. Before accepting their invite, I let future mother-in-law know that I wouldn't be eating the traditional food at their celebration and showed her a variety of dishes to choose from to accommodate me. She refused and told me to bring my own dish. I said if I had to bring my own dish when I'm a guest, then I better stay at home then. We went back and forth, and I insisted I wouldn't come if accommodations weren't being made. I just thought it was a simple request, and future mother-in-law could have agreed if she really wanted me there. My fiance agreed that I should bring my own dish, but I didn't. I don't even need to read the rest.
Yeah, this is bad.
When we arrived there and I saw that no accommodations were made, I got up, got my things, and walked out and went home. My future mother-in-law and fiance were shocked. I would dump this person.
Yeah.
I would actually take their ring back if I gave them the ring. I got tons of calls and texts from them both, and my fiance came home lashing out, calling me selfish and spoiled to walk out like that over a dish that his mom didn't have to make for me. And it was my responsibility to feed myself. How is it my responsibility to feed myself when I'm a guest? Makes no sense to me. Okay. I told him this, and he accused me of starting shit and ruining my first Christmas with his family and disrespecting his mom. Now he's continually saying I effed up and I should have sucked it up for family's sake.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
ma'am?
What? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Not everything's about you.
How do I want to say this? So, I am so sorry for all of the things that happened to you that got you to this point where you're a picky eater. That sucks, but everyone has shit that they're going through or have gone through that maybe make certain things difficult for them, and maybe they do need accommodations, maybe they don't, maybe they just like deal with stuff. Everyone has shit, and I just feel like when you make your shit someone else's problem to this extent, do you not see what you're doing? And how is this the mother-in-law's problem at all? You can't go through life expecting everyone to like know everything about you and make accommodations for you like to the utmost of their ability. Like,
yes, it's not their job to learn about your picky eating habits and then change everything they make year after year, like change their tradition to something that you like. While it would be nice of them if they made their normal thing and then also made something else, I think it's selfish to just go over somebody's house and not even bring anything.
Yeah.
Who goes over there and doesn't bring something? Mm-hmm. It would be completely different if she offered to make you something and then she didn't, but she told you straight up, I can't do this. If you would like to eat this, bring it. I think she was straight up. Sure. Yeah, it would have been nice of her to do something if she had time, but maybe she didn't have time. Maybe she can't afford to make another dish.
Right.
Maybe her priorities are with other people. Maybe there's other people that have severe allergies that they're already being accommodating for, and it's really hard to do that and then also just accommodate for something that you might not like. Like if you had a deathly allergy and you could not step foot in the room if there was like a peanut in the room, that's different. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's accommodate. If you just, I don't like it, okay, that's fine. Get your own shit then. You don't have to like the world isn't made for you.
Right.
You can't live life expecting everyone to do everything for you just because I like that and I don't like the other thing.
Right.
Sure, like what you want, but then do it for yourself. And don't go through life being a victim, being like, oh, well, they didn't do it for me. Okay, do it for yourself.
It's just so crazy to me that people think that like that other people have to look out for them. You are the only one that's going to look out for yourself in life.
No, yes, that's what I'm getting
You are
at.
the only person guaranteed to be with you through life.
Yes.
Like no one else in your life is guaranteed to be there for the whole time that you're here on Earth.
Facts.
So you gotta like look out for yourself, take care of yourself, and to assume that anyone else has that responsibility to take care of you or look out for you or anything and then get mad when they don't, like that's just craziness.
Yeah.
Especially if it's just picky eating and it's not an actual like health related dietary restriction or something of that nature.
Yeah, exactly. If it's just a preference, it's like, and also maybe the mother-in-law, maybe she is selfish. Maybe she's not a perfect person. Maybe she doesn't want to stray from her traditional dish just for the fact that she doesn't want to. She doesn't feel like doing something else. Okay, sure. Maybe there's like something in there that makes her selfish. Maybe this dish that is your favorite food, she's never even tried it. Why don't you offer to bring it to her and allow her to try this new thing? Maybe she'll fall in love with it just like you did. Like, why are you putting it on other people to go out of their way? Like, I agree with you, Trish. Like, it's not everyone's job to like do these things that you just want them to do in your mind. Like, you have to do things for yourself sometimes, okay? The world isn't made for you. If you don't like the stereotypical food that is served in your country on this holiday or in your culture on this holiday, bring something you like.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit there and complain, feel sorry for yourself. Bring something you like.
Yeah. I feel like we know plenty of people that have similar issues where they do have like dietary restrictions because of choice or because of actual like health issues. And I don't know anyone who wouldn't bring their own food to accommodate themselves.
100%.
So that they're not putting this on someone else who's already maybe hosting a large group of people and making a big quantity of food. And they're not saying, oh, let me add something more to your already full plate that you're, handling.
I also think that like aside from just doing things for yourself, like there are a lot of families that want to go above and beyond and make something for everyone, and that's great too, but maybe they just don't even understand like why you feel this way. Because if it was just like I don't like mac and cheese, our family isn't going to be like, no mac and cheese, you guys, we're making like this whole other thing instead, like because one person happens to not like it. But if there's a reason for it, then our family, once they know the reason, I feel like is more accommodating. So maybe these people that are going to be your future family, like maybe they don't even know your reasoning for this stuff. And if you took a step back and explained to them in a calm and friendly way how much it would mean to you and offer to help them and teach them, if they don't know how to make dishes you like, you can do it together. Make it a bonding experience. Explain to them, if you're comfortable, why you feel like so strongly against like certain things and why you would rather have that over there and have an additional thing over here.
And I just feel like they're getting hung up on like the principle of things. Like, oh, I'm a guest, so by principle, the host should accommodate me. It will be the same no matter what the situation is, no matter what the context is. I'm a guest, the host should accommodate me.
That's a good point.
No matter what.
Yeah.
It's like, no, like every situation is different. And also like, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, but like, I would assume what the right thing to do is like in this situation.
That's such a good point.
You should bring your own plate or whatever, like if you have these strict dietary needs that you have to follow. I just hate when people get so hung up like, oh, well, like you said you would contribute, and even though you can't anymore, you still need to like pay whatever because like you said you would 500 months ago. And like, it's just, they're like, it's the principle of it. Like, okay, principle I feel like has nothing when you like bring in context to things.
Yeah, like I feel like with hosting a holiday party, I mean like if it was like a vacation weekend and you really wanted people to come because you're going to have more fun if they're there, that might be a good time to be like, I'll make this for you. Like, it'll be easy for you. But when it comes to Christmas or like holidays like this, where people are inviting friends and family over to their own house, like I feel like a lot of people don't want that because it's so much pressure. It's so much money. It's so much work to clean your house and prepare it and then like do everything that goes into hosting. Some people do it just because nobody else wants it. Like if there's 5 siblings and they're all like, who's gonna host this year? I feel like a lot of times it comes down to, I guess I will. Like I don't really want to if anyone else does, but I will if no one else can. And that doesn't always mean that they have the time, ability, or funds to go out of their way and make all of these extra accommodations. Like they're doing it the best they can as is. So then to further like put more pressure on them, and what you were saying about like, I'm a guest, I'm always a guest. Like I feel like, yeah, exactly what you're just saying. Like sure, in black and white, you're a guest, but with the context of a holiday party, everyone contributes typically.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an asshole. I can't even wait. Crazy.
Here we go. Okay.
This will be a quick one.
Cool.
Am I the asshole for using some of my kids' Christmas money for Christmas dinner? I, 42 male, was hoping this issue would blow over, but my kids, 15 female and 12 male, are still refusing to speak to me. My wife, 41 female, comes from a lot of money, and her family really hates me because I am not rich like them. But my wife doesn't care and loves me anyway. Every Christmas, they'll send her and my kids extravagant gifts while I get a pair of socks from Walmart, but it's whatever. I lost my job due to the pandemic. My wife is a stay-at-home mom, and I was really worried we wouldn't be able to have Christmas this year. Next thing I know, my kids are each sent Christmas cards with $250 cash in them. This is way more money than either of them need, so I took $100 from each of them and used it to buy a nice Christmas dinner. My kids tutted and complained the whole meal, and they didn't even seem interested in opening the gifts my wife and I got for them. We told them to stop being ungrateful, and my daughter jumped up and yelled that she didn't want to eat dinner with us, and my son followed her upstairs. My wife and I believe that what we did was justified. Do you think I was an asshole in this situation? For further clarity, I have never done anything like this and definitely would not have if I had had a job. Am I the asshole?
No.
Wait, really? Oh my god!
You said this one would be quick.
Shit!
I was gonna say no, and your kids sound like brats.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I think the opposite.
Really?
Yeah. I think, okay, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I just think like you've been, whatever the word is, you've been like shorted by your in-laws like your whole life as long as you've known them. Your kids are, being a bit spoiled by them, it sounds like, so they're used to this. And then the second they get $150 instead of $250, they're like throwing a fit.
I feel like I do agree with you about how they're not interested anymore in, like, now they're just like so mad about everything. Like, they didn't even seem interested in the gifts that the parents got them because of this. But I think this would have been a really good opportunity to teach them about money and like how much they have and like how blessed they were, because instead of just like taking it from them, I think, well, one, if you guys couldn't even afford dinner, but your wife's parents are like extremely well off and they seem to have a good relationship, I feel like your wife could have just been like, instead of giving me a gift, can you just give me a gift card and I'll just buy a nice dinner for my, like, or instead of gifts, could you put the money towards gift cards for dinner or like something like that?
Yeah.
But to just like take it without asking, I feel like is the issue. I honestly think that if they were raising like really good kids and he went to his kids and he said, look, life isn't always great. And I lost my job, as you know, your mom is a stay-at-home mom currently. We don't have that much money. So if you guys want to contribute to a dinner, we will do everything we can. If you want to contribute a few dollars or one little dish to our meal, that would be great. You can do that. You don't have to. Like 15 and 12, like especially 15, like you understand like a little bit more and like understand that money doesn't grow on trees. So I feel like it would just be a good teaching moment to be like, here's your options. This is your money from your grandparents. It's totally yours. You can save it. You can spend it. You can do whatever you want with it. The fact of the matter is we don't have enough money to give you the Christmas we have in the past. So do what you want with that information. I just want to like warn you or something like that. Like, I don't know. I can see that they're being bratty because it would annoy me too if my parents just like took it. And I do think them like completely disregarding anything their parents did give them is kind of bratty. But I just think taking it without asking, like it's not yours. Like it is your child's money.
Yeah.
Like whether they worked for it or not, it's a gift for them. You aren't entitled to it. That's tough though.
I will say it is disrespectful because they're still people and you're taking from them, but you're putting it towards a dinner for the whole family. It's not like you're taking that money and like spending it on yourself.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
I don't know. I kind of feel bad for this guy because it's like he's just doing what he can to like give his kids a good Christmas.
Yeah. I wonder how they knew that they were supposed to get $250 and they only got $150, because $150 is still a lot. Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like how, as a 15-year-old, I would have been ecstatic about $150.
Yeah. I wonder if the grandparents said, that's a lot. I wonder if the grandparents said something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's wrong. I think he shouldn't have done that. I think he should have used it as a teaching moment. But I do think the kids like being that mad is like a little much.
I also think it's just wrong of the in-laws to give him like socks.
Yeah.
And then to give the kids almost $300 each. Like,
I feel though, like as a parent, he should look at that and be like, yeah, you know what? They might not like me. They might cheap out on me, but look at all they give my kids.
Yeah.
And at least my kids are benefiting from these gifts, or like, I don't know.
Right. That's true.
Ugh, that's tough.
That was so funny. You're like, this will be short. I'm like, true. Yeah.
I feel like we normally
Easy.
agree too. Like, I feel like
know.
we don't disagree that
I
often.
know. Yeah.
So what should we do in our tally?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. A half in each.
Yes. Oh, let's talk about photos.
Perfect.
Am I the asshole for not pushing my family to include my fiancé in Christmas card photos? I, 37 male, am engaged to my fiancé, 31 female, planning on getting married at the end of this year. My family takes a Christmas card photo every year, usually around big events like graduations or parties when everyone is together, which isn't often. Years ago, my mom instituted a not until you're married policy to including significant others in photos, and applied that rule to my brother when he was dating and engaged to his now wife. My fiance has had significant issues with this. Last year, when the family took photos shortly after she and I were engaged, she directed many snide comments to me about how excluded she feels. This year, she flatly refused to drive with me to a family graduation, saying how hurt and excluded she felt by this policy since we are getting married this year and the card is coming out the year we are getting married. I've tried to explain that this isn't our card, this isn't our right to tell others who can and can't be on their card, and we could always have our own card to start our own tradition. She's made several comments about how surprised she is that I haven't stood up for her to my mother, even telling me that she's discussed the issue with others, and they are also surprised that I wouldn't take a stand with my mother on this. She also made a point multiple times to say, good, less time to spend on photos with them at the wedding, implying a tit-for-tat response to this policy. I don't know what to do. Am I the asshole? I think she sounds insecure.
Yeah.
I feel like this is another thing that's really easy for me to say this because I just don't care about holiday photos that much or holiday cards, but it's just not that deep.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
You have to be real with yourself. Like, once again, not everything is about you. Just because you're not included in something, it doesn't mean it's personal. It's just like a rule. Sometimes you just have to set rules and you have to hold yourself to them. Also, he's so right about it's not our card.
Yeah.
It's the mom's card. Like, why is she that offended? Like, do your own card. I just feel like she feels insecure, or she sounds insecure because she doesn't feel like she's part of the family. But like, a Christmas card shouldn't be the thing that makes you feel like you're part of the family or not.
Right. That's not like the defining factor.
Yeah.
Of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think that it should be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And I think she should just leave it because it isn't her card. Like, let the mom do what she wants. I don't think the mom is trying to like slight her or like offend her in any way.
Yeah.
Considering she made this rule like years and years ago, it sounds like it's
and
probably
held other people to it.
Yes,
too.
it's applied to other people, not just her. It'd be different if like they've included all other boyfriends, girlfriends, fiancés, whatever, up until now, and now there's this new rule, not until you're married. Then I'd be like, okay, it could be a little personal, but I don't know. It doesn't. It's just it's a rule, and she's held it up for years now. So
I feel like family photos, like people think so deeply into them. Like Tricia and I were just talking about this because I photographed her family and it just sent us on a spiral. But it's so interesting to think about like the family photos that people want in like different groupings and like people getting offended by certain groupings. It's like, it's a group photo. It doesn't mean you're not on the same level or like part of the family. Like, I don't know. I just noticed that like at weddings or something, like people will feel so bad about getting like just an immediate family photo and not having like significant others in it, or having like everyone that's married in a photo and then adding like boyfriends and girlfriends in it as well in the next one. It's like, it's not that deep. It's not meant to be offensive. It's just meant to have options. It's like if you had bridesmaids at a wedding and you had like, I'll just use a big number, like 10 bridesmaids. 3 of them were your childhood friends. 3 of them are your sisters. 4 of them are your college friends. Like, is it offensive to do a photo of all of you and then a photo of just the sisters and then a photo of just the friends and then just the college friends? Like, no, of course not. It's just a few different groupings and then you also have the one of everyone. So why would it be offensive to do a family photo with just the immediate siblings and then another one with significant others and then another one with your parents and significant others? And like, it just isn't that deep. It's just a grouping of a photo. Like, it's not a personal attack on you.
No.
I just feel like people think way too far into certain things like that. It's like, just let it happen. It will actually make your life easier if you stop taking everything as a personal attack.
Yes.
Don't think that deeply about these little things. It's a picture.
Yeah.
It's a card. Next year you'll be on it, and guess what? The card that you're on will get thrown in the trash in 2 weeks, and the card that you're not on will also get thrown in the trash.
And no one will remember who was on it and who wasn't.
Nobody will remember. Absolutely no one. I hate to say it.
Yeah. Don't pressure your fiance to like go and stand up to his mom for this. Like, it is not worth, jeopardizing a relationship over.
Yes.
No.
Pick and choose your battles. This is just not something you should die on the hill for. So is he an asshole? No, I don't think so. But she could not be. Like, she could figure it out.
Yeah.
I think half and half.
Yeah.
I feel like we could, because she has potential.
Yeah.
I don't know how many more we're going to get through with these because they're all so much deeper than I thought. I feel like last year we had so many tallies. I just love talking about things that just like aren't that deep, but so many people think they're deep. Am I the asshole for refusing to adhere to my sister-in-law's Christmas list? For Christmas, my husband, 30 male, and I, 30 female, are hosting my parents, my brother, his wife, their 2 sons, my sister, and her boyfriend. Okay. The background to all this is that Amy, I didn't say the names, did I? I don't know why my eyes just like glazed over the names. Okay. This is OP's sister-in-law is Amy.
Okay.
The background to all of this is that Amy complains about every gift she is given by any of us. Every Christmas, she makes faces and snide remarks about the things she's gifted. For example, last year, me and my husband gifted Amy and Chris a joint present of an expensive coffee maker, which is the same one we have at home that Chris loved when they visited. Amy's only remark, not even a thank you, was, "Oh, well, this isn't really for me, is it?" And then to make a great show of being annoyed that she didn't get a separate gift. A few days ago, Amy included the whole family on a group email with a Christmas list for her and the kids, saying that she would only accept gifts from the list. On her list was expensive perfumes, links to expensive clothing items, and designer handbags. I was livid. My parents were offended as well, but didn't want to say anything to Amy, but I wasn't going to hold back in the face of what I felt was grossly entitled behavior. I replied to Amy's email saying I wouldn't be purchasing anything on that list and that if she wanted to shop for a Louis Vuitton wallet, I was happy to put her in touch with my saleswoman. Slay. I also said that if she didn't like what she received for Christmas, she was welcome to just leave it at my house. Chris blew up at me, saying Amy was just trying to make everything easier for everyone by giving suggestions. I disagree, and I told him I think Amy was just trying to find a sneaky way to get a few things she normally can't afford for free, which in my opinion is not in the spirit of Christmas, and I think she's being extremely childish. My parents think I shouldn't have said anything. My other sister says I absolutely should have because she wasn't going to be spending hundreds on Amy's Christmas list either. So was I the asshole for not going along with it?
It always shocks me how unaware people can be.
Yeah.
I would never, ever do that, especially to my in-laws.
Yeah.
I would never send a list of designer bags and expensive perfumes and say, get me this and nothing else.
No, that is absurd. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Shocking.
Yeah. I think that it would make more of a statement for you to not be like, I'm not getting you that. That's ridiculous. But more to just like use the list as inspiration and give her whatever you were going to spend on her, give her a gift card to one of those places, or like if they don't have gift cards, just get her like a Visa gift card or like cash or a check in an envelope and be like, heart, like I adore like everything on your Christmas. Like I think it would be more petty to do this. Write a card being like, I adore everything on your Christmas list. You have such good style, like heart eyes. I guess you can't draw heart eyes. If you were writing an email, you could use an emoji, but like heart, put this to your favorite thing on the list, or like put this toward your number one pick on your list, heart. And it's just like $25 in a card. That would literally be more petty, and I think it would make more of a statement to her, and I think it would hurt her more. Like what you're giving her right now is what she wants, which is drama and like people to be feeling sorry for her. She wants to be the victim just like everyone else in these stories. And I think giving her money to put towards something that she likes would actually be more of a slap in the face for her, but it would probably be what she needs. Yeah. She needs a reality check.
Say like, oh, didn't trust myself to pick out something to your standards.
Or just like,
not quite as clear, but like something like that.
Or just like, I didn't check the prices on any of these, but like here's money. Hopefully you can just buy. Yeah, exactly. Like it's like $25 out of like thousands. I don't know. I just think that she's doing it to get a rise out of you. And she probably knows deep down that nobody is going to get her these things. And either like one of two things is going to happen. Either she's going to get the gift that she wants because you're just going to go out of your way and do something that people normally wouldn't do and buy a designer bag for her, or it's going to cause drama and people are going to start feeling bad for her and it's going to be an exciting fight. I don't know.
I wonder if she thinks that by sending out a list this year, she probably thinks everyone feels so bad that they got her stuff last year that is not quite as expensive or, you know, up to this high standard that she has. She's probably like sending this out thinking like they'll probably feel so dumb that they got me stuff.
I see that too. And it's like another example of like people don't think about you as much as you think they do. And people can't read your mind.
Right.
So like sending out this list, like she's doing it to herself.
Right.
Yeah. It's totally to get a rise or like something out of people. So no, she's an asshole.
Yeah.
And definitely don't get her anything on the list.
No.
I say gift card or cash in an envelope.
Yeah, that's funny.
And say put it
that.
towards your thing. And don't even say, I feel like a huge thing, like I feel like I always say this with stories like this, is like just don't feed into it. Like don't give the person what they want, which is drama and like a fight. Just give them like kind words and like a little something more, like which would be the money.
Yeah.
And don't even acknowledge the prices. Don't acknowledge like I think like don't acknowledge anything on it other than like you have great style, like kind of what you said, like wasn't sure what to pick, put this towards your favorite. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, I do like, my siblings and I do Elfster.
What's that?
It's like a website where you just put in everyone's names and everyone has to make an account on the website and you can put in everyone's names and then it automatically like chooses Secret Santa pairings, I guess, for you.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, because I'm one of 5 siblings and then my sister and brother are married. So there's just a lot of us.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get presents for everyone. That could be a lot of money. So we do like a Secret Santa among our siblings, which I feel like is pretty popular for bigger families. So we've been using Elfster in recent years where it just chooses who we're going to gift to, like automatically. We used to pull out of a hat. Like my mom would like write names, we'd pull out of a hat. But now it's nice because on Elfster, you have the name of the person that you're gifting to, and then they can create a wish list with like direct web links like to what they want. Aww. And we do have like a budget to stay within, so that's nice too. You're not like putting anything crazy on your list, not that any of my siblings would do that, but then it's like exactly what people want, which I do understand the value in that. Like if you're gonna spend money on a gift to give to someone, like you want them to use it and to like it. Yeah. And I'm sure that they wouldn't want you to spend money on something that you're not gonna use, because then that's a waste of money. So it's nice because then like you can put exactly what you want. Yeah. The color, you can write comments like this size, this color, whatever. And like hopefully people will maybe look at your wish list and then see what you're, you know, hoping for. Yeah. It's just helpful. And I feel like it in the end can like just save money for people.
That's such a good idea. Yeah. I love that. It's also fair.
Yes.
That way.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
I know. And I tried to do like small things, but then like also maybe like something bigger. Like if the person just wants to get me like one thing that's easy, then just like get me maybe that. Or I have like little things, they could get me maybe a few little things or just one little thing. I'm fine with anything, but you know, I'm just saying like there's like you could put like options for different price points and stuff like that, which I think is nice too.
That's cute.
But by no means am I putting a Louis Vuitton wallet on that wish list.
I know. I feel like people just forget that like you really can't have expectations when going into holidays or even like your birthday unless like everyone is on exactly the same page and you give them something within the budget that they laid out for you in black and white and like exactly what you just said, because I feel like it's so easy to get let down. Yeah. And that only just makes your life harder and it makes you more sad, and I don't know.
Like
it's not worth it.
Yeah, unless you're surrounded by people that have exactly the same priorities as you, you're not gonna get, I feel like, exactly what you want. Like you're not gonna have like the perfect gifts all lined up, because as much as you value a designer bag, someone else might value a nice coffee maker.
Yeah, exactly.
That could have been more than the designer bag.
Yeah.
Some of those espresso makers are like crazy.
They're so expensive.
So, I mean, the original poster thought that would have greater value because it could be used daily by 2 people. Yeah. So I understand like where they came from, but then this lady would prefer a purse. But
also, the fact that she's so upset over a joint gift, like, I think you're insecure.
You're an adult.
Yeah.
Grow up.
And it's like you're a couple, like you are partners in life.
Yeah.
You do things together. They wanted to do this nice thing for you together. Like just because it's not something that, or just because it's something that your husband was the first one to discover how great this thing is, doesn't mean that you can't benefit from it too.
Right.
Like, I just feel like I keep repeating myself. People take things as a personal attack. It's not that deep. Like your husband likes it. I'm sure they thought that it was something that your entire family could use for years to come. Just because your husband discovered it first doesn't mean that it's not for you.
Yeah, I'm sure they thought of both of you when they picked out this gift, not just your husband, and slapped your name on it as well.
Yeah, and they were like, and you know what? She is allergic to coffee, but we'll put her name on it.
Let's give it to them.
Okay, so wait, that was the person.
So
okay.
it was like the sister who sent a reply to the sister-in-law.
So not the asshole.
Not the asshole. You did the right thing.
I think they are just not the assholes.
Yeah.
Okay, while Tricia is updating our list, I will read the next story. I feel like we've been talking for so long. Maybe we only do like one or two more.
Okay.
And then we could maybe do one after the holidays with more recent stories. Because some of these are old.
Oh, really?
They're still relevant. Yeah. Let's see. Am I the asshole for telling my parents I won't attend their Christmas celebration until they send my husband a separate invitation? Okay. I'll preface this by saying that my husband, Luke, male 32, does not get along with my parents. You can't tell who's right or who's wrong. There's always this ongoing tension between them, but they can be civil enough to sit together at one table. That would just be so exhausting to not get along with your partner's family, like to that extent. Ugh, that just sucks.
I know. That's so much energy, I feel like.
Yeah. I recently got an invitation for Christmas celebration from my parents. The invitation included me and Luke, but Luke thought this was somewhat rude and disrespectful because he believes he should get his own invitation and not have his name mentioned as an extension to mine.
Okay.
Every wedding, I should not be a plus one.
I was just
with
gonna
my
say
life
that.
partner. My life partner and I should be separated.
Imagine the cost of mailing out an individual invitation to every single person.
People are so dramatic.
Yes.
Oh my God. We talked and he said he wouldn't go unless they send him a proper invitation.
Okay. Right.
I called my mom and asked if she could do it. She thought it was ridiculous and said that she and dad did the same with my sister and her husband. I told her it was fine, but Luke can be sensitive like that. It's not sensitive. It's him trying to make a problem because he doesn't like them. That's not sensitive. He can be sensitive like that. And so a simple invitation in form of a text directly to him will fix it. She got defensive and said that Luke is being ridiculous. Dad claimed that Luke is trying to pull some power move to humiliate them, but I thought this was a small issue. No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
They still thought it was ridiculous, so I told them I won't attend if they don't send him a separate invitation because he won't attend if he doesn't get it. This blew up, and my sister started arguing, saying Luke needs to get over himself, and shamed me for trying to force our parents to send him an invitation by saying that I won't come if they don't. We haven't talked after that, and we're waiting as of now. The invitation I received was in a text. Luke is saying that a simple text to him will finish the conflict, but my parents still think it's ridiculous and that they won't invite him since they already have. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm speechless.
Same.
It's so simple. It's so simple. Like, why is it so offensive that your in-laws have a point of contact? Like, if you have kids, should each child get their own separate invitation? Or wouldn't it be easier if there could just be a point of contact, maybe their daughter, that could just receive the invite for the entire family instead of each individual person getting a text? People take things so personally.
And to say, like, oh, he's sensitive, like, no. Dad is completely right by saying this is a power move.
Yes, or it's a wannabe power move.
Yeah.
Because, like, what's the point you're trying to prove? Like, what is the end game?
Right.
Oh, you got invited yourself? Now what? It's all for his ego.
Yes. And it's like, so we're sitting here saying that because the parents texted their daughter for herself and her husband, I think, they did that intentionally. Like, they excluded him intentionally so that he would feel left out and, like, not truly invited. They thought this all out and decided, like, yes, that's a good plan. Let's go for it. It'll really put him in his place. Like, Like, let's really stick it to him and only text our daughter, but include his name in the invite, but only text her.
Yeah.
No one thinks like that.
No, that's just insane. See, the thing is, it's just because he doesn't get along with them and he wants issues, because I would just bet that if her friends were having a party and they wanted them to come, and if her best friend texted her and said, hey girl, you and your husband, like whatever his name is,
that husband guy,
whatever, Luke, you and Luke should come to our party this Friday night. It's from 7 to 10. Can't wait to see you there. Kisses. Would Luke refuse to go to your best friend's Christmas party because she texted you as the point of contact? Or would he not go unless your best friend texted him and said, hey, you should come to my party? Not your wife, like just you. No, I bet Luke is so fucking dramatic that if he got his own text, he would find a way to make it a problem.
Yes.
Do they think we're having relationship problems? Do they think that we don't talk? They really felt the need to text me and single me out as if you and I don't have wonderful communication. This man loves a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm over him.
Same. He will find a problem no matter what.
Yes, exactly. Doesn't matter.
He's
Doesn't
one
matter.
of those people where if he doesn't like someone, he will find a problem with them, make it everyone's problem.
Yeah. And
just,
everything they do is a personal attack on him.
Yes. Yep.
Baby, nobody thinks about you as much as you think about you.
I'm shocked that the wife is going along with it, though.
Oh, yeah. He probably has her so wrapped around his manipulative finger.
If I was the wife, I would just send a fake text and be like,
hey, it's your mother-in-law, got a new number.
Yeah, I swear. Don't look too far into this.
I honestly think people are so bored and the only thing they have to entertain them is picking fights with people.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a perfect example.
Yeah, it's so
you're
crazy.
so bored in your life. You don't have one other thing to think about today other than getting offended over your wife getting the text to plan Christmas Eve dinner. Watch a show. Watch an exciting show. And that might even be enough to get you to stop fucking caring about this shit. Mm-hmm. Get a hobby.
This makes me think of some of my patients at work. Sometimes I feel like we have a lot of safety rules and stuff in place for patient safety. So we put on bed alarms onto everyone. So it's weight based. So if they get out of bed, an alarm goes off and we know that they're out of bed.
Wow.
But a lot of people need to be assisted when walking to the bathroom or just standing up in general, because either their blood pressure could drop and they could faint, or some of their blood levels are really low. So if they fall and hit themselves, they could bleed forever because there's nothing to stop it. There's just safety issues, but they get mad because they see that as we're robbing them of their independence. And so I feel they look for little ways to then regain their power. Mm-hmm. So I'll come in and I'll be oh, I have some medications, and they'll refuse to take their medications because they think that they're hurting me. They think that they're really sticking it to me by not taking their medications.
Yeah.
She thinks she can tell me what to do, but watch this, I'm not going to take them.
That's so sad.
But it's you're only hurting yourself. And I just think this all the time. I'm I did not wake up in the morning and think, today I am going to really trick someone into taking their medications.
That's going to save their life.
And I'm really going to enjoy it. Do what you want. You're not sticking it to anyone because we're going to keep these rules in place no matter what. I don't know. People just get so wrapped up in power and who's in charge and stuff. Even if it really hurts them. And in this case, it's really hurting him in his relationship with his in-laws.
Yeah.
You're just so wrapped up in showing them that you're this tough guy. I don't know.
I really think that certain people, they think that every action taken by someone in their life is because of them.
Yes.
This guy's in-law, they're trying to plan the party.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a personal attack on you. Yeah, Trish, it's your example, the patient. They think that you woke up that day and they're the patient in room 205, I'm going to do it to them today. Mm-hmm. I don't think about that patient.
I don't know you. I'm a 27-year-old girl who just came to work. I'm just trying to make some money.
Yeah. You're not the main character in my life.
Yes. Yes. I don't know you.
Yes.
Do what you want.
You can't live your life getting offended that there are going to be people on earth, they're not going to think about you when they're making their decisions every single day of their life. And it's not offensive. Mm-mm. And if you find it offensive, you have problems. You're the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel so passionate about that because I feel like every story we read is someone that's like, this was a personal attack against me and they hate me. And it's like, no, I don't hate you. I don't think about you. I literally don't think about you. So that's why. Like, I just hate it.
We're all just out here trying to survive.
Yes. So this man who's like, oh, like they thought they didn't want to invite me. You know what? Honestly, they probably fucking didn't. Because look at you. This is how you act.
Yeah. Pathetic.
I wouldn't want to invite you. If they said, oh, I'm not going unless I'm invited. Okay, don't come. That makes my life easier. And guess what? I'll think about you even less. Sorry, I'm going off right now. I just hate people like this.
I know.
And I feel like there's too many of them.
There are.
And by the last story, how many stories have we had? This is the 7th one. When I hear 7 back to back to back, people that love victim blaming themselves. Or wait, no, does that make sense? No, they love to be, whatever.
I understood.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to compute in my head.
Yeah. If you live your life thinking that everything's an attack on you, you're just not going to be a happy person. And if you're delusional like us, and you remember that everyone loves you regardless of what they say or how they act.
Yeah.
And everyone's obsessed with you.
Yeah.
Even if they don't think about you all the time, you'll be happier.
Exactly.
Wow.
Just get a grip.
Yeah.
Okay?
Get a freaking clue.
Get a clue.
That was for asshole, right?
Yeah.
Because they're an asshole. And I think both of them are because the OP of that one is insane.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe she has some hope. Who knows? Whatever. Okay. I feel like we need to do more of this because the holiday's going to come and there's just going to be a slew of more problems that are going to hit the ether.
Yeah. A lot more assholes that need to be marked down.
Yeah. We could use the same list.
Yeah.
As we go forward. Fun.
The assholes are endless.
Yeah. Sadly. Hate to admit it. Oh, I did that tally wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because aren't you supposed to go like that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Stupid.
No.
Have you ever gone to school?
We're so dumb.
I'm so fucking stupid. Sorry. No, that's the comments that I would get on TikTok. Thank you guys so much for watching our podcast. And if you liked it, share it with your friends, please. I'm begging you. I'm literally begging you.
If you don't share it, we will come and just slap you right in the face.
Yeah, personally. Happy holidays. Or even if you don't celebrate holidays, I wish you a happy week.
There you go.
And happy life.
Yeah.
Don't be like these people, please. Please. Be like these people.
Our loves.
Yeah. Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Love you.
Love ya.
Appreciate you. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.